tropical storm Tapah has formed in the western Pacific today, not far from the southernmost Japanese islands. Winds of 40 miles per hour and a pressure of 990 millibars, a very broad system as you can see on the satellite imagery there, as of 11 p.m. Japan time this September 19th. The CDPS is looking at Busan, South Korea for September the 22nd for potential impact. Stage 3 on the CDPS with a high rainfall potential there, could be as much as 350 millimeters of rain for the southern coast of Korea this weekend even. Here it is right now, 23.1 north, 128 degrees east, already a large wind field extending out 230 nautical miles in the eastern quadrants. It's currently 199 miles from Miyakojima, 210 from Naha on Okinawa, 378 at Amami, 684 at Nagasaki, and 836 in Busan, South Korea. So the storm will eventually traverse towards the north, but because it is so large, gale advisories are out for large parts of Japan already, the Ryukyu Islands and Kyushu, and Korea will consider putting warnings, gale advisories, their equivalent, into effect probably first thing tomorrow. So this is what we expect in terms of rainfall then over the next 7 days. Watch closely off the coast of Korea in particular, because they're expecting the highest amount of rain from this storm. You can see there over the Japanese island, it's going to be very hit and miss as the storm moves through, but then the pink areas there, that's over 3 inches, 75 millimeters of rain, and it will easily exceed that along large tracts of the southern part of the Korean Peninsula. Probably the southeastern part will be slightly worse, but all along that southern coast there's going to be a significant rain impact. The winds aren't going to be particularly bad, at least on the forecast, because it is so broad. It'll probably struggle to get some intensity about it. It could get towards 60-70 miles per hour at peak, and these are the sea surface temperatures ahead of the storm, around 27 degrees up until halfway through the East China Sea, when it will decrease to below the threshold required for tropical cyclone development. So let's watch closely the wind field here over the next few days. Looking into the weekend, there it is, passing Okinawa to the southwest. GFS actually thinks it could get briefly to typhoon status as it does so, and then on towards Korea, and again potentially peaking as a minimal typhoon before really hooking off towards the northeast, turning post-tropical very quickly after passing the Korean Peninsula. It's going to be quite a messy situation, I should think, with a large wind field at that, and the system will probably lose tropical characteristics very quickly when it reaches Korea. These are the chances of tropical storm force winds at the moment: 59% in Miyakojima, 36 in Okinawa, 44 at Jeju in the southern island just south of the Korean Peninsula, and 51% on Tsushima. These are what the models are saying at this point. Not so much model guidance in this part of the world at the moment because it's just formed, but you can see there GFS and HWRF do agree with minimal typhoon, so that's interesting. Wind shear is going to be up and down like a seesaw there by the looks of things, down to 10 knots and then up and down, then really spiking up as it turns post-tropical. Sea surface temperatures drop off a cliff in about 2 or 3 days, and relative humidity is looking decent. The track forecast is a decent confidence scenario there you saw on those models. So looking at the latest imagery, this is visible, turning into infrared as night fell. Looks like we've got multiple vortices circling around the center of the storm, and according to ASCAT, what we saw earlier, there was a very widespread 30 knot wind radius. There may be some questions as to whether this actually is a tropical storm with 40-mile-an-hour winds yet, or whether it's still a depression. JTWC saying depression. Japanese Meteorological Agency have gone and named the storm, and that's what we're running with as well. This is the latest imagery. Once again, convection still on the southern side, and we'll have further updates on this storm. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com. You can also find our YouTube channel. If you're not there already, you may well be. Good chance of that. Subscribe if you haven't. You can also find our Facebook page, search Force 13 all in text, and our Twitter handle, it's at Force 13 on there. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. You can see more information about all the benefits involved by visiting patreon.com/Force13. With a special thanks to these people for being our most valued patrons this month. You can also check out our growing merch store so you can show Force 13's colours wherever you go. You can also find a link to our Discord server underneath this video in the description.